Hello, this is Lucas and welcome to this HTML tutorial. In this video we will go over how we can add CSS to our web page. So what is CSS? CSS just allows us to customize our web page. It allows us to add colors, fonts, change the text, change the position, the spacing. There's a lot of things that we can do with CSS. Now there's three ways that we can add CSS into our page. So the first one is by using inline CSS. So let's say that we have ourselves a header. Let's say we have ourselves a H1 header, and then let's name it a heading. Now, if we go to our page, this is what we will see. Just a normal heading. Let's say we want to customize how this looks. So we're going to add in inline CSS. So inside of our H1 tag, we're going to write style equal this to. And now in here, this is where we specify our CSS. So I can change the color. So let's say, you can see we have a lot of options here. So let's say I want to change it to blue. Sure. Now if I save this, we go back to our page, refresh that, and you can see now that the color is blue. You can also, let's say we have ourselves a paragraph. So we have a paragraph, and we go paragraph. Now let's say we want to add CSS to this, so we'll do the same thing inside of the paragraph tag. Go style, and then we'll change this color to, let's go with red. We save that. And we go back, and you can see we have a red paragraph. So that's the way we can add CSS inline. So inside of our tags. So this is the style here is inside of the H1 tag, and the style in here is inside of the paragraph tag here. So that's the first way. The second way of doing it is, so we are going to remove this. Don't need that, and we don't need that. So we still have our header and we still have our paragraph. But now we need a way to add CSS to these. So inside of the head, you can see, so in the head we have the title, we have the metacarsa, but we are going to add ourselves one more. And in here we are going to add in style, like this. Now we can specify our CSS right in here. So the way that we can do this is we can write, let's say we want to target this header. So all we have to do is we have to write H1. Then we do a space. We open and close like this. And then we can specify, let's say we're going to do color. And then we'll do blue here. Then we do need a semicolon at the end. Of course, this has to be inside of the style. So like this, there you go. So this is another way that we can add it in. Instead of adding in the tag, we can just specify it in here. Let's say I want to also add, for all paragraphs, we will change the color again. We'll change it to, we have a green, sure, let's change it to green, and we should add the semicolon at the end. Now if we save this, we go back to our page, you can see this changed to green now. Then we can also target something else. So we have this body tag here, so like we have the header tag, the paragraph tag, but we also have this body tag, so we can do something with that as well. If you write body, and now in here what we're going to do is we're going to change not the color, but it has to be the background color, and then we'll change it to aqua, sure. Go back to our page, you can see that the background now has been changed color. Now the last way of adding CSS, so I'm going to remove these, we don't need these. The last way of adding CSS is by using external CSS. It's just a page that we can, or it's a file that we can create, and we can write all our CSS inside it. So the way we'll do this is we need to link it. So we're going to do link URL, and then we'll name this, we'll do style sheet. and then we need to reference the actual file. So we're gonna name it style.css. Like this. But now we have to create ourselves a new file. So we're gonna create ourselves a new file in here, and we're gonna name it style.css. So now we have ourselves a new file. Let's say that I want to change the background color of our body here. So I just have to specify what tag I want to change. So I'm going to change the body. Then we're going to have the open and close brackets. Now everything inside is going to be our CSS. So we can write, let's say, background color. We can change it to aquamarine. Aquamarine, I don't know how to say that. If you go back to our page, refresh this, you can see that this has changed. Now this is turned to black because we don't have any CSS to change the color for this. But we can specify that. We can go for any tags that's a H1. Let's change the color of this to change it to blue. And any tag that has a paragraph will change the color of that text to yellow. Sure. You go back to our page, refresh this, you can see this has turned blue and this has turned yellow. There's a lot of other things we can do with CSS. For example, we can set borders, padding, there's margins. There's a lot of things that we can do with CSS. I'm not going to go into it now, but I will create another video and we're going to go over everything that there is for CSS. But until then, hope you enjoyed this video, hope it helped, and I'll see you in the next one. Peace out.